Hi, this is Anthony Pabon from Lifestyles Radio, and I'm here with Margaret Mikol. How are you, Margaret?
Fine, thank you, Anthony. Thank you for having us here today.
You are the co-founder and executive director of SCIP of New York.
Right.
Could you tell us about your organization?
Sure. We actually started based on our own experience as parents, and what we really wanted to do in the beginning was just be a source of information. But because we're parent-driven, the parents changed our role. And they said, we want partnerships. We want partnerships to navigate this system. We want to have somebody help us push through everything that's difficult about getting services and keeping our children and loved ones at home in the community. So we decided to answer that call.
What kinds of people do you serve?
In the beginning, what we did, based on our experience, we brought home our daughter, who had lived in the hospital for 2.5 years because she was on life support, like a ventilator. She needed help breathing. So we started out trying to help that specific group because there was no one helping them. And then the family said, well, we have a lot of friends who need your kind of advocacy and support. So we branched out to individuals who are diagnosed with developmental disabilities. So it's always been the families who've designed what we do.
What kind of services do you offer in Staten Island?
We offer service coordination. We offer service coordination through a program called Care at Home, which is targeted to that medically fragile population. We do community habilitation. We do respite in the home. We don't really do anything with, let's say, group homes or congregate living. That's not what we do well, so we never started it. But we're really advocates for individuals who are community-based.
What is the overall philosophy of your organization?
It's kind of like Al Capone and very politically incorrect, which is you can get more done with a smile and a gun than you can a smile alone. So if somebody says no to a parent, we're going to go to the ends of the earth to try and make it happen for that individual or parent who really needs something and it isn't happening.
How can someone work with your organization?
Well, truthfully, right now, we have 100 people who are actually in a status of getting enrolled in programs, and with all the changes in the state, they're stuck. So we have a ever-growing wait list, but we take people off our wait list in the order that they come to us. And sometimes when families call us and talk to our intake folks, we see that we can do something for them immediately that sort of takes the pressure off of them, or guide them, or give them resources, or connect them to other agencies that don't have such a horrible wait list. So what we do is listen. We listen and try and solve problems.
Why should someone choose your organization over others?
They shouldn't. They should choose the organization that they feel is responding to them the best. They should see whether there's a good match, whether they have a level of comfort. We're pretty informal, so some people don't like that. We're trying to do whatever we can for folks. So if people don't like our style, then they need to find a place that they're comfortable with. So there's so many different agencies out there. There are like 500 agencies. We're not always the best fit. You have to be comfortable. So what are we good at? Fighting a good fight. What do we believe? That no isn't an acceptable answer. So if that's kind of partnering you want, we are your agency.
Where do you see your organization 5 years from now?
Well, I think that every organization serving individuals with developmental disabilities is going to have to actually change a bit because the funding streams are changing, the state mandates are changing. I think a lot of what we're doing right now, for instance, in our community rehabilitation model, it's all person-centered and it's all self-directed. And that's a model I see expanding because that's also what the federal government is mandating. So I think that we really don't have an 8-ball. It's confusing times, it's restrictive funding, and I think all of us are going to have to change the way we do business, but never compromise our value system. So it's a really hard. I'm writing a 5-year plan right now, and I have to be honest with you. I can't. It's such a different era right now. I can't give you that answer and be direct and honest because I don't know. With so many changes, we're just having to fit the flow and stick to our mission that we're here to serve.
What do you think the people you serve would say about your organization?
Well, I kind of know because if there's a problem, I hear about it. They call me. For the most part, we do an annual survey, and it's a satisfaction survey. But trust me, I think the one thing we've imparted to families is communication and advocacy. And if they're unhappy, we know about it. So I think that we take to heart those satisfaction surveys, and when we see we can fix something, we try and change it.
What are your goals for the future of your agency?
To make sure that people get the services they need in a very confusing, very changing environment, and that they get it in a timely manner.
This is Anthony Pabon with Lifestyles Radio. And it was great talking to you, Margaret Mikol.
It doesn't matter. Anthony, it was such a pleasure, and thank you for your time and good work.
Thank you.